Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing? This is Doug Rice, the Doug Rice Show. Early Thursday morning, 8:32 in the morning. This is Doug Rice. How you doing? As we all know, folks, I am not one for crowds. I don't do crowds. I don't do. It's not a thing where I'm looking for thousands of people because guess what? What I'm saying is not popular. I love that shit. You know, being unpopular, I think that's the goal. I mean that. I need you to consider what you'll have to do to be popular. The lifestyle you'll have to accept, promote, defend, the attitudes that you'll have to carry and emit. Being popular, if the crowd to like you, it's a deal, man. Comes at a cost, and I'm not gonna fucking pay. That's just all there is to it. So I'm gonna be unruly. Yeah, I'm gonna be irreverent. I'm gonna be a fucking agitator. I don't give a fuck. You know why? I'll tell you why. The truth is not popular. The truth is very unpopular. In fact, I dare say the truth is one of the most hated aspects of reality that you can come across. And here's the reason why. It spares no one. The truth spares nothing. The facts are as they are. And that's what I do. All right, morning times 8:34 for 4-minute opening. Fuck it. This is Doug Rice. Welcome to the Doug Rice Show. This is not a program, but we do have a format. I'm here to show you something, and my format is designed to erase that which has programmed you and perhaps allow you to put in place something new, something different, something real. Okay, I think I've covered a few things today. Virginia gives Democrats a test of black turnout before 2022. So, USA News reports this. I just looked over and read that. It's odd that they still expect black people to support them, having done absolutely nothing for black people since being in office. Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, the Democrats still expect us to turn out in droves in support of the same people on the Republican side. I mean, these are just different, they're the same people. There's nothing different about a Democrat or a Republican. Neither is doing anything for Negroes, nor will they stop expecting it. Now, Joe did give us Juneteenth, and by God, Joe, that's so fucking nice of you, baby. Thanks. But we could have used some different shit. But Juneteenth, I'll take that, I guess. What the fuck I'm gonna do with another goddamned holiday? But okay, what the fuck ever. Grab your coffee. Colin Powell. I had a lot of flack mentioning Colin Powell only because I considered him respectful, achieved, brother. And someone had to point out to me that he turned on us. He told the lie. He sided with the oppressor, as did Condoleezza Rice. So I'm going to have to kind of pull back a little bit of the regard I have for Mr. Powell, only because of that fact. I hope everybody's having a good day. As you know, the format to this show, Grand Rising D Boss. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Keep the Faith. Jay, what's up? Glad everybody could make it. The real topic, I actually had a theme for this show. I had a topic, and that topic was America is finished. That was going to be today's show, not, black, black news or whatever the fuck I said it was. It struck me as a bit too direct, maybe for the folks that look at me afterwards. But the fact remains, are we not looking at the last dying gasps of a country self-imploding, ready to attack itself? And over what is the question I have? What is it that's moving the generalized American public, the average American, the person that comes to mind when you think American? What's going on? What's happening? I only ask because now it's really clear that the folks that support Trump, the white supremacists, the right-wing white nationalists that support Donald Trump, that are peppered within his organization to the fucking hilt. These racists are making a mad grab for power, and they're succeeding. Now, they're succeeding. They have it within them to put on the 2022 ballot the viability, the accepting of the election of 2020. That, my friends, is amazing feat. I don't know that many of us are paying attention to what these folks are doing, but what they're doing is some sinister fucking shit. Donald Trump is a tactician. I will give him that. The man is not 100% moron. He's got some people surrounding him that are pretty sharp. And I understand his strategy is that he will run the clock out toward the 2022. Now they've got Joe Manchin actually considering flipping to being, putting this on Do Not Disturb, to being a Republican. That, my friends, would flip the Senate immediately. Oh my God, I don't know why I keep coming on. So the fact of the matter is, oh my God, this is really maddening. I never do this where I'm just like on. It's crazy. My phone's insane. So if we are watching, we are the snake eating its own tail. This is true. Joe, how you doing? Grand Rising. Arthur, you're saying hello to Arthur. Hey, Arthur Bacon. Like that. 6 degrees of separation, Arthur, huh? But they're still going to vote for Joe because they're mentally asleep. They are. Here's what we're doing. We're listening to words, but we're not paying attention to the actions. And if the words and the actions don't coincide, then believe the actions. Because as my wife says, the mouth can be made to say anything. And that's what they are doing right now. With one mouth, they encourage us to continue voting as if that doesn't mean something. I'm going to tell every last Hebrew within the sound of this video, do not go vote for this system. Don't vote for this nation. Don't vote for this kingdom. Don't support Democrat, Republican, Joe, Trump. None of them mean Hebrews any good. They're trying to kill us. I need you to understand that. They're trying to eliminate us in one fashion or another. And that, my friends, is now becoming self-evident. They are, they're telling us with one mouth the danger we're in and encouraging us with another mouth to address that danger with some ineffective bullshit. But don't want to get banned for 2 weeks. Tawana, you message retracted? What'd you say? All right. So, the format, you know what's going on. And that was going to be the topic of today's show. America is finished. As a concept, as an idea, the veil has been really torn. Now we know America as it truly is, a racist country that wants to be a racist country, that wants more a cult of personality and keeping aloft the status quo. And that status quo includes us being at the very bottom of the rung with no generational wealth, maintaining the system that they have enjoyed for hundreds of years. And now they want a stranglehold on that system headed by a demon. I kid you not. Now, I think most men become who they are. And Donald Trump, you got to just say it outright, folks. If there's a head demon, it's that dude. Just insecure, narcissistic, self-centered, straight criminal, lying, dishonest, cheat, fantasies about his own daughter, accused child fucking rapist, Donald J. Trump. And they love this motherfucker. If that don't tell you something's wrong with what's happening, you don't see that if a black man running for office had one of the things that Donald Trump has going for him in his history, black men would never see the inside of any political office. This man they want at the very top. And the reason I've said this, the reason America is finished, the reason I preach this all day, every day, the reason I tell you to stay the fuck out their goddamn faces is because only the worst of them is left. You want me to say it again? Only the worst are left. The cowards, the racists, the self-centered, the insecure, the narcissistic, those entitled survivors of their countless wars and disease and low birth rates and high infant mortality rates and the inability to procreate, or I don't know, maybe they just don't want to procreate, but they sure like procreating with us. Yeah, you came here, you didn't come here for the fucking popcorn, trust and believe. So if you can't take this shit, I advise you exit stage right. Maybe it's not for you. I ain't here to make you fucking happy. You better believe it. America is finished. This is a done deal. Look, the idea of America was that everyone was on an equal playing field with equal opportunity to do all things equal, and we know that's some bullshit. This country was built for white men, by white men, so that white men could flourish. And if you don't like that, fuck you. Now, on top of which, it was built on the backs of slaves. To be more precise, Negroes. Billions upon billions of countless dollars from us. And they fucking know it. I keep encouraging everybody to read the book, The Have Has Never Been Told. For God's sake, folks, thick book, a little boring. Okay, whatever. Get the narrative, right on Audible, and listen to that sucker, and it will tell you what we did to build a nation. Now, do they owe us? Fuck them. No. I don't need no reparations from these motherfuckers. They were fulfilling prophecy. But see, they went a little too far. And that is where, if you want to call it retribution, comes into play, not at the hands of Negroes. I wouldn't recommend it. This is only something the Most High God can equal. See, we were meant to go into captivity once we just disregarded Deuteronomy 28. Once we just said, well, okay. So, reparations? Nah. Fuck, I don't even want an apology. You know what I'd prefer? If they'd only mind their goddamn business and leave us the fuck alone. If they'd only let us talk amongst ourselves without having to hear their goddamned opinions. If only we could, walk about this penal colony for Negroes without getting shot and killed because of the music we play. I don't know, that could be a beginning. Am I asking for too much? I don't know. I really would prefer your teachers not tell our children, weren't it for the Constitution, they'd be their field slaves. Yeah, I'd prefer that did not happen. If you don't mind. Reparations aside, that's a good start. Just that. Think so? No? Maybe I'm at no? What? What's wrong? I mean, you're happy, aren't you? Everybody in there happy? You happy? Once we start following and worshiping all their God, there it is. It is when in the Dred Scott case, no black man would ever be equal. No, and you know what? I love that Malcolm X voiced it. You know, who are any of them to be equal to? But you consider that as, you know, I don't know, maybe an insight into something we're not looking into. You know, equal. I mean, Dred Scott, and you know what? Dred Scott is still the law of the land. Standing. Dred Scott is still the law of the land. I don't think, do you understand that? Press Secretary Donald Trump's press secretary's father made that pretty, Mr. Huckabee. Let me tell you something. He said that shit. And he meant that. That means that we don't even count. It's an interesting thing to go about this country as a Negro, knowing that everyone not a Negro feels they have authority to check you. They see you, they don't think you should be, they can call the police. All they need to do is identify you as a black person out of place, and the response will be nearly immediate. And if I say that and it makes you uncomfortable, it's only because you know it's fucking true. Accompany that with my encouragement that each and every fucking one of us walk about this penal colony for Negroes without a goddamn grin on our fucking face. What is that? That's not like I'm not fomenting revolt. Shit. I'm just saying stop fucking smiling like everything's cool. Everything ain't cool. The South really, really wants to rise again. You notice all this shit happening in these fucking southern fucking places where the oppressor roams free. Where if you are a Negro in this particular town and sundown comes, you might be told to leave. You think those places don't exist? You know, it's interesting that our oppressors, the ones that are benign, are the oppressors that don't understand they are the oppressor, those folks who ignore the fact that that still exists in this country. You couldn't convince some of these idiots that sundowner towns still exist. There's no signs. It's enforced by the public. Have your black ass in one of these towns in the South 2021, and I do mean October fucking 21st, motherfuckers, and see if you are not encouraged to leave. Don't Negroes know they are still in captivity, or do you just think, I mean, we're released, we ain't free. And they mad as hell over that. I'm telling you now, right now. Somebody said that we were never meant to get away. We were never meant to be out of captivity. Shit. Anyway, Grand Rising, Ramona Richards. I hear Grand Rising. When I hear that, let me tell you, folks, it startles me. If it comes from someone I don't know, and they know me, and it's like, oh, that's interesting. Why would you say that? That's a Hebrew term for those of us who are Hebrews, which includes every Negro in America. And I say that to bring up the fact that I talk to my brothers and sisters, my family. This is what I'm addressing. When I have these little get-togethers, when you and I bring it in, it's only for the sole purpose of informing each other that we are, in fact, one royal nation of Hebrews. Now, Negroes, specifically the tribe of Judah, is who I'm talking about. That's who we are. That's who they were primarily after. Are there other tribes scattered about that may not look like Negroes? I don't fucking know. Guess what, folks? Newsflash. I don't fucking care. Yeah, I'm going to make this all about us. You don't like that? There's the goddamn door. Get the fuck out. It's long overdue. Oh, fuck you. You're not going to throw Irish Americans in my face, Latin Americans, Mexican Americans, Spanish. You're not going to throw that shit in my face and then feel some kind of goddamn way when I say, hey, let's talk about us, motherfucker. Get out if you don't like it. I'm talking to Negroes. And I mean that shit. Why? Well, I think we need special attention. Do you know why I think we need special attention, brothers and sisters? Because they're giving us so much special fucking attention, aren't they? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't see him circulating petitions to bring back mariachi bands or ban Chinese food or let's make St. Patrick's Day illegal. I don't see children circulating that in schools. What I see children circulating in schools are petitions to bring back slavery right there in the middle of Missouri. Circulating petitions to bring back slavery. Now, they're pretty benign about who they want as slaves, but I leave that up to you to fill that little bit in. What's going on at home? My God, what are they talking about in their household that they come to school and circulate a petition to bring back slavery? Folks, there's something happening. Who's got that on their mind? Really? You want to bring back who would you have in mind to enslave? Let me tell you why I bring that up. You know, every time I talk about brothers and sisters being enslaved, you know, you can't help but hear one or two of them from Ireland tell you that the Irish were slaves too. So it begs the question for me that if they're circulating a petition in Missouri school to bring back slavery, should the Irish of this country get nervous? I'm sorry, was that too fucking in your faces? I'm sorry. They seem to have a focal point. They seem to have a true focus on who they're most interested in this country. Now, I can read the news articles of us getting shot and killed over music and signs and complimenting motherfuckers' girlfriends. I get it. But who the fuck's telling you to be so angry at Negroes? I haven't heard of too many other folks complimenting men's girlfriends and getting shot dead for it. Call me crazy. In their feelings about us. Shit. I posted something about me looking for my wife and the cops stopping me. Some dude. Your wife is on her knees. Well, damn, that's a bit there's some animosity there. Fuck, I didn't even say anything. That was a video from 3 years ago. You heard say I was looking for my wife, and you just went straight into, and I lit into him like yesterday's lunch and left him alone. But it's just the permeated attitude, that which lies under the surface about Negroes in this country. Motherfucker, don't you be a victim to that shit. Don't you think because a motherfucker's smiling in your face, they don't have ill intentions. I bet money. Before some of us lost our goddamn lives, smiles were seen. The fuck are you talking about? What am I? I'm crazy? Music is not a trigger for murder in the eyes of our oppressors. No, you don't need to think about that. You want to think about that for a minute? Maybe you want to just go back to some of my goddamn fucking lives. No? How about just reading words? Reading words will trigger some to throw in shots. Don't fucking call me a liar. Fuck are you talking about? How about seeing two of us walk down the street, swerving your truck in an attempt to scare us a little bit? We make mention of that and get shot 7 times, once in the face. Fuck you! You don't know the attitude permeating in this goddamned country, losing its fucking mind every goddamn day, more and more. Is it us? Are we doing something differently? Negroes in this, y'all motherfuckers better tell me, are we doing something to exacerbate this situation? Because if we are, I demand that we stop. It's like now. But I don't see that shit. I don't see us. Nothing has changed in the habits. The only thing that may come up is that we're waking up, motherfuckers. Maybe that's bothersome. Maybe that's something to be concerned about. It's the only change I can think of. I don't know. I woke up, what, 2015, something like that? That's when I woke up, 2014, 15, 16. Everybody else, I can track back. A lot of brothers and sisters know we're Hebrews. A lot of the Gentiles are saying it loud and proud. You see my TikToks, baby. They've got a myriad, video after video, Gentile talking about, them people of the book. That Deuteronomy chapter 28 don't apply to anybody but Negroes in America. Think y'all better come to terms with that. Now, that would be the only change. I don't know. Maybe I'm reaching. I don't think so. We're waking up. Maybe they're waking up too. I mean, everything is a duality, dichotomy. It's a reversal, upside down reflection of everything else, right? So if we're waking up to the fact that we are the royal tribe of fucking Judah, eat it. I don't care if it burns, you motherfuckers. That's who we are. So, that being a fucking fact, I wonder if they're not waking up to that fact and if it's somehow affecting their behavior, what they think, what they feel. If the energy of us awakening somehow activates within them anger, I don't know. What is it? Shit. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. It's Thursday, right? It's the Doug Rice Show. Anything's possible. 8:59, we're right on 9 o'clock's ass. This is the Doug Rice Show. Thank you for looking, listening, tuning in, whatever we got to do to get me in front of you. Support me on patreon.com/Doug Rice. Give to Rug Dicer, $ in front of that. That's right, folks. I'm here to stay. I'm here to stay. And here's the deal. Weren't it for other things, I would be doing this every day, 2 hours a day, probably twice a day. I don't even know. There's so much to discuss. There's so much to talk about. And here's the thing. I am combating the biggest distraction each of us has. This shit. Boy, let me tell you something. Boy, these Black Mirrors, now they open up. I know what I'll be talking about. It's amazing. But that's that guy that fucking, I love this guy. He actually stays all day in bed. He's oh God, I'm just hoping I can mute it. There we go. Stays all day in bed and does he mixes. A Mexican guy on his back. Very inspirational. I like that. We all have them things in our hand. And you know what? You can't turn them off. You can't turn them down. They're in there. Let me tell you something about black mirrors. You need to look up the term black mirrors. I got a big one right here. I got one in front of me. I got one here. I got one. They're everywhere. But here's the thing. You have to tear your way from them motherfuckers ever so often. Brothers, sisters, trust me. The message that they're conveying. Let me tell you, the programming that if you can't look away ever so often, clear your mind, go out, walk around, connect with the Most High in whatever way you deem necessary, I'm not in your fucking business. Okay? You got to unplug from this shit ever so often. You got to give God priority. That time between you and creation. Creator, he's busy. So you go through his provided sacrifice, through the intermediary. You know who that individual is. And that's how you get to the creator. You got to do that every so often, every day, day in, day out. You got to wake up. You got to be consumed with the kingdom. It's a thing. Otherwise, this shit will suck your ass in and chew you up, spit you out. Doug, you're crazy. Am I crazy? Look at who they expect us to be in this country, to be accepted, to be popular. For God's sake, Lil Nas, little nasty ass motherfucker. That's got to be what Lil Nas stands for. And he wears that moniker proudly. He loves that shit. Just doing everything the creator has said not to do. And he enjoys it 100% all fucking day, and more power to him. He's still a Hebrew. He's still of the royal tribe. I'm not going to take that away from him. Enjoy. But seems a bit odd, doesn't it, that we have to be that? I mean, so if I put on a bright red, pantsuit and kiss on dudes, my followers will grow? I hope not, for God's sake. Dear God, no. I mean, what the fuck? No, black maleness isn't under attack in this country. No, it's not, right? Being black and being a man and being, just, hey, what's up? How you doing? Just a guy. Fuck you. Shut up. Be quiet. Leave me alone. Mind your business. Just being a regular dude is a threat. I'm telling you. They expect us to always be searching for an answer from them. They expect us always to be receptive to their intrusiveness. As you walk about this penal colony for Negroes with a fucking smile on your face, you'll always be met with assistance, unfucking requested. If we all walked about this motherfucker like we had something to do, like we were not available, like we had business, God damn it, and we weren't in such need of acceptance, shit, you don't have to accept us. You don't have to accept me. I don't need your goddamned acceptance. Are you fucking for real? Put a price on that shit. Please. Stop! You know who I'd much rather be accepted by? My brothers and sisters. And of course, God Almighty. But you guys. Family. Negroes. Hebrews. Israel. The royal house of David. You folks who tune in to look at my ugly mug ever so often when I have something to say. This is the thing that gets them the most. Any kind of regard we have for ourselves, any kind of respect that we try to transmit, any kind of love, any kind of anything that says, hey, you have value. And the value that you have does not lie in the minds of our fucking oppressors. We must stop letting them define us. And the first step in doing so is shaking off the programming. Because within that programming is our definition in their minds, and you can believe it. We have a regard for them that they have implanted, and we have considerable thought regarding our own existence in this country, who the fuck we think we are. And I see it affect black men more than anything. The limits, the entrenched, programmed opinions affecting the decisions regarding black male lives every fucking day. I see it. I see my grandson goes through it. I used to talk to black youth, and I would tell them, and I got disciplined for doing this. I told the black youth, I said, listen, we walk around, most of us, we walk around ready to do something to somebody for one reason or another. We don't have a problem. There's no fear in black maleness. That's a problem. That's like the first problem. There's no fear. And second, there's no reason for us to walk about with any kind of, animus. The fact that you are here, the fact that you exist is a testament to your toughness. Everything laid against your very existence played out through centuries with the sole intent and purpose of not having you here. and you've defied the odds, and here you stand. Walk around like that. Let me tell you something. That's a message they do not want us conveying to each other. They do not want that. Without their approval, they certainly don't want us approving ourselves. That's our plight. We live in the shadow of our oppressors. We have to move from behind that shadow and enjoy the light of reality. Reality is we ain't them. We need to examine our habits, our character, our values, our principles, what we hold dear, what we're pursuing. Does it fall in line with kingdom interest? Because Hebrews pray for the kingdom. We believe in the kingdom. Gentiles believe in themselves. Sorry, I didn't mean to shatter you. And the reason, thank you, Melanin, 100%. Thanks for that, because I needed that. They don't want us to wake up. But interesting, Melanin, that you come into the. I read somewhere today that the melanin within Black people, Negroes, is like what 1,000% more expensive, or something more precious, more valuable than gold, or some crazy. Wow, I wonder why 100,000 Black women go missing each year. Well, just don't know. Melanin, however, I wanted to tell you this. Melanin serves a purpose, I think, beyond simply coloring. I think there's a protection of influence given by melanin. I think with melanin, you can overcome the influence of, well, I'm sure you guys have heard me say it before. I think that's what keeps us from seeing ghosts and being affected by the fallen or the Nephilim. Yes, that's right. So thanks for melanin for coming in, because I told that. God told us not to go in the ways of the Gentile. That's right. I believe it said that we were never to be intermingling with Gentiles. Don't practice their ways. Don't worship their gods. Leave their women alone. It says this. We are a set apart nation of special possession, but that hasn't changed. The fear is not just the realization that we, in fact, are Hebrews. The fear is also that we come to understand that despite our being enslaved, our being a set apart nation has not changed. The Creator still considers us His. And the purpose that He had for us is also still in play. Punishment, hey, you get punished. You fuck up, you get chastised. But the purpose for that set apart nation that the Most High put in play, that purpose will be realized. And just to let everyone know, that is what they are running from. Read your Bible. There's a change of the guard. It's not just Armageddon. It's not just tribulation. It's not just civil war. It's not them just getting vigorous. They're not yelling they're taking our country because someone's actually taking their fucking country, because that ain't happening. Pot is being stirred from an unseen source, an unseen place. I mean, you sit still long enough, you'll feel it too. Something is approaching, an event. Give me a break. Listen to me, man. The Chinese tested a supersonic missile that now has nuclear capabilities. The fuck? So now they've tested a missile that goes faster than the speed of sound, that can carry a nuke. Isn't that nice? I wonder what Jinping is planning. What are you doing? And I can imagine a creator just going, what is it? What is going on? Amazing. We was the damned, but the dam that was put on use is up where a true God. Melanin, nicely put. I understand that completely. All right, folks. It's 9:12. Listen, I decided to do this because, I can't do my TikTok lives. That's fine. But I just want brothers and sisters, just keep your head on a swivel. I've said this often. Just don't forget your origins. Look, folks, this is just so obvious. Your oppressors go about this country celebrating their origins and how they got to the United States. All of them. They'll go back to the fucking Mayflower. But when we talk about our origins and how we got here, well, now our oppressor would rather not discuss that. That happened in the past. All of the shit we put up with anytime we talk about the fucking facts. And as long as that is a condition, a reality in this country, I will not smile. Fuck you, disingenuous motherfuckers. Don't sit here and disregard my origins and celebrate your own. You can fuck off. We're going to look how I got here square in the face every fucking day. We're going to talk about it. We're going to be about it till kingdom comes. I mean, what are we doing? Give me a break. All right. 41-minute show. I like that. I got to use my voice today, so I'm going to cut this short. America is finished, folks. Steer clear. Have a plan. The only plan you need to have is survive. It's not about aggression. I'm not talking about being on the... Folks, you better hear me. We don't need to aggress. We are God's set apart. We don't need to aggress. All we have to do is stay put, trust in the Most High. That's it. That's it. See, they don't want you to recall that all you did at one point was carry a damn gold box in front of you and 100,000 of your enemies died. They don't really want you to remember that, do they? You don't got to pick up a thing. The most frightening aspect of being in this country is the possibility that we might get together and pray all at once. Don't let that happen. Don't think about that. All right. All right, folks, I'm out of here. Y'all have a good day. I might do something a little bit later, but I got to go. I don't want to lose my voice. Thank you for your support. Hey, subscribe. I'm very close to 1,000. I think I'm under 100. So subscribe. Appreciate it. Always a pleasure.